to address. I got a couple of things to address. Top of the morning. We'll start doing my little YouTube get together junk before I get into my other stuff for the day because sometimes my mind get to be overwhelmed. Matter of fact, I don't want to use this while I'm talking. I'll use this while I'm talking. Clean my little desk off. It's so crazy that I stayed up yesterday. I was kind of having fun with it, but I don't even want to keep calling the person ugly. Like, I ain't really into them names. They keep making up names for me, so in return, I make up names. But I don't even want to keep calling the person by the name that I made them up. But I'm going to just say Gun and Codmother. Ain't no sense in me trying to be nice or nothing, though. But they did like a 2-hour talk about me last night. Now, a lot of people keep saying I'm going back and forth. And I got a message from one of my peoples close to me. They say, E, don't let the people that's hating on you consume all your content. And I dig that. I'm not trying to let the people that's always in my comments, always hating on me, I'm not trying to let them consume my content or what I'm covering. That's not really what I'm trying to do. But when I do take the time to stop and address that type of stuff, I might as well address it all the way to the end. What it do, E? Your content be very important. Good morning, E. What's up? Salute. Salute, E, to the chat. Tap the like button, share, subscribe, please. Hit me out. What's up? Shout out to New York. What you doing up this morning, man? You ready for football? Your Giants beat the brakes off the Eagles. 6 hours. What happened for 6 hours, Lamar? That wasn't 6 hours last night, was it? Bro, I got so tired. I don't know if you know it, Lamar. You was lighting her ass up over there, too. I seen you, bro. Shout out to the Brick Squad, man. They was defending the nigga. But, Lamar, I don't know if you know it, but I went outside, Holmes. I walked my dogs, came back. She was on. I smoked a J with my woman, came back. Like, because I stayed away so long. My woman was in the other room. She was quiet as shit. I went in there. She had the joint on. Monday, Bears versus Commanders. You ready? We need the revenge game. And shout out to Chicago. I was thinking about that. A 2-hour talk about you. They pressing it. Let me ask y'all a question. Because I'm on YouTube and I'm talking about it. And now I think a lot of y'all are aware. How can someone sit on their YouTube, their social media, right? Talk about you. Talk about you for hours. And then in the process of talking about you for hours, claim that you stalking them. Now, I ain't gonna keep saying your name, but watching the Jets now. Oh, they playing the early morning game? Where they at? Talking to you, claim they stalking you, making up a bunch of lies as they go on. Like, I don't think there's nobody in DC or nobody in the world that will believe that I got her son locked up. London games this morning. Yeah, I'm gonna start looking for the London games. I don't even know how to follow them people. And that woman is very ugly in spirit and in purse. Now listen, Charlie P, I seen you on it too. What's up, Charlie P? Salute. Man, see, I only started calling her ugly. I only started calling her ugly because of her personality. They out London. I can Broncos versus Jets. All right, London. All right, I'm on it. 2 hours. Y'all saw it. Like, I wouldn't end it until she ended it because I want y'all to see. Another day in DC, no jokes, but my aunt was in St. E's with her. So you already know what you up against. Oh, your aunt was in St. E's with her? Now, she don't tell story when she was in St. E's. I'm telling y'all, she a psychotic problem, bruh. She a mental case. She a nut basket. Anybody that come to your grandmother's property, she think I live in the house. She come to my grandmother's property yelling and screaming and then go file some paperwork on me. Listen, the person been stalking me, stalking my family, stalking our property. Like, she ain't grow up with no property, bro. I'm from uptown. No disrespect to nobody else. I'm from uptown. I grew up in houses and shit. My grandparents came in from the South and worked hard as a motherfucker, broke their back to get a house, to get an apartment, to get a store, to get a business. She ain't never experienced none of that. She think I'm making it up. She keep talking about my father was Spanish. My father is light-skinned. I don't got to prove that. I'm going to show y'all some pictures of my father, man. I ain't got to prove that to her. My grandmother came up here from the motherfucking South, worked at Howard University for 40 years, bruh. Broke her back, retired from Howard University. Howard University gave me money for her. Howard University gave me money for my father. Bro, I'm a DC native. I was born here. Howard University is an uptown institution and icon. My mother, my aunt worked there. My mother worked there. My sister worked there. My father worked there. My sister's father worked there. My grandmother worked there. My grandmother's husband worked there, bruh. They worked like slaves, man, hard as slaves to get the little something. And she think that it's an embarrassment that my family left me something. I went to jail as a kid because I got caught up in the streets, and my family, my grandmother and my mother left me something, and that's a troll? Since when does it become a troll for your parents or your grandparents to come from nothing? My grandmother didn't even have a 6th grade education. She moved from the country. She moved from the farms of North Carolina to Washington, D.C. in the 50s, had kids, had a grandkid, and without an education or without a bunch of money like a Steve Jobs or a Warren Buffett or Nelson Rockefeller, she left us a house. She left us a couple houses. Remember, houses ain't costing number 15, 20, 50,000 at the most back then. The biggest house we lived in cost $50,000 in the 50s. We had another house that cost $10,000. All these houses are $700,000 and up in zip code 20011 and 20012. And you're going to troll me because my grandmother that used to pick watermelons came up here and pulled herself up by the bootstraps, like she said, and then brought all her nieces and nephews and cousins up here? We deep as shit up here from Southeast to Northwest. The Lattisaw family. Stacy Lattisaw is my cousin. And you gonna troll? You gonna sit here and make it a troll that my grandmother and my mother died? Now my mother's a crackhead dope fiend with HIV? Because you are jealous? Because you can't leave your son something? You want me to sit here and talk for an hour and talk to you? No, I'm talking to the comments. But do y'all get me? Chill with the dumb comments or you're getting sent up top. I ain't even read them, him and Zach, so I'm going to let you get them. Only comments I'm reading is the ones that's coming from y'all that I know. But let me back up and check them out. Like, I ain't going to do like them and be scared to read the comments. I'm a grown-ass man. And I know self-defense. And I ain't talking karate. No joke, my aunt was in Southeast, in St. E's with her. Say 67 people. It's my birthday. What? What channel? Wallahi. One and only NFL Network. Yo, what's up, my boy? Who is that? Remember, crazy people need company too. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I didn't know she was really crazy in the beginning. I thought she was just being ignorant. But then I met some women that was locked up with her in Alderson. And I heard some stories about some people that said that their people was over St. E's with her. How many of y'all know that she was ever in a psychiatric hospital? I ain't never been in a psychiatric hospital. Like, for her to sit up at 2, 3 in the morning, no, let's just deal with last night. For her to sit on the internet from 10 o'clock to 12 a.m., talking to me, drinking alcohol, laughing, giggling, going from hate to rage. Bruh, she hears voices. How can I'd rather beef with Ant now. Ant want to get me off his line because he didn't court this case and he know I'm going to look into this case. Now I'm talking about Ant. I got a few different things I want to discuss today as I, get ready for my day. But Ant think he's making a diversion by putting her on my line. Now remember, Ant is a joke. Ant called Wayne all type of homos and fags and all type of bad words, all right? She don't got no problem with that. Have y'all noticed that? She got a problem with everybody else that has something. She keeps saying that Sean Branch said this and Sean Branch said that. Ant got videos on his page right now calling Wayne all type of homosexuals and everything else, but she cool with Ant. And she gonna let Ant use her Senator Say Cheese to go on me, right? And never once has she had a problem with Ant calling Wayne all type of fags. Ant called Wayne all type of fags way before anyone else. He heard it on the internet and repeated it. So, like, where's the double standard and where's the energy for him? Where all that energy at? Right or wrong? Oh, another day in DC. You talking about what I was saying about, and I wasn't doing that like I wasn't copping no plea. I'm keeping it gangster. Like, my family knew that I was born to teenage parents and life was gonna be a struggle for me. My parents left my parents and my grandparents left me a starter package, a goodie bag, a starter kit. They knew life was gonna be hard for me. You understand? My mother was 16. I went to prison with a life sentence at 16. My daddy was 17. My daddy went to prison at 18. My grandmama knew it was going to be hard for me. Whoever her mother and grandmother is, once they realized she had a psychiatric problem or a psychological problem, they should have done something for her. They running around from Ant to, matter of fact, I'm only talking about Ant and Ugly. I'm only going to call her Ugly now. Like, I don't want to keep calling her Ugly to keep doubling down on it. I'm calling her Ugly now because she might file some type of thing. She might file some complaint with the United States Attorney's Office against me if I say her name. So for that reason, her name is Ugly, all right? I'm not even doubling down on, ooh, ugly, ugly, ugly. I can't call her nothing but ugly or I'm going to go to jail. And I don't know if y'all thought I was joking and playing when I said I'm going to go to jail, but I can't say certain things about her or I'm going to go to jail. Do y'all get that? If I say certain things about her, I'm going to go to jail. Now, will I go to prison? Will I stay in jail? No, but they're going to put me in handcuffs. They're going to take me over CCB. They're going to take me to a police station. Then they're going to take me to Central Cell Block. Then they're going to take me to DC jail and put me in them orange clothes. Then they're going to take me through R&D. They're going to tell me to take all my clothes off, cough, squat, go to R&D, go to court the next day, explain this shit, and then get out. And now I got a stalking charge and some other fake domestic shit on my... Bruh, I take pride in not having no bullshit on. I don't have a stolen car on my jacket. I don't have a rape or child molestation. I ain't never told on nobody. I'm not proud that I got a murder, but the murder is the only thing that I've ever been convicted of. Now they want to put stalking a woman that's been to the psychiatric house. She been to the nut house. She been to the nut house. I ain't never been to a nut house. I've been to a zoo, which is the prison, but I never been to a nut house. I never was in a psych unit where she need a straight jacket in a padded room. Y'all seen her last night. I let her talk for 2 hours. I might have interjected here and there. Y'all seen her talking basically to herself in an empty apartment in the ghetto for 2 hours about me. Up and down, all over the place, bruh. Like she need Ritalin. My family did the same thing. Migrated from North Carolina. That's probably why we get along, bro. A lot of the real DC people came from the South. That's why our town's so different. It's not a northern town. That's why I take the southern roots with it. It's far up to the top, but most of it, DC is a southern town, bro. It got a southern vibe. I ain't say country. Southern and country are not synonymous. Some people think it is. My grandmother left me a brownstone in BK. Shit worth $3 million. They bought it for $50K in the 50s. Him and I, you relating to what I'm saying. The house I grew up in cost about $50,000 in the 50s, bro. The junk worth $800,000 now. That's $1 million, right? That's close enough to $1 million, right? If I sold the house, I could sell the house for $1 million, right? I got $1 million asset, right? And ain't got no $1 million asset. They keep on playing with the addresses that's connected to me, right? Tell them motherfuckers Google the worth or get an estimation of the worth of the houses on them address that they talk about. And ain't got a house. Gun and Cobb mother ain't got a house. But then first they say, oh, he lying, he don't got a house. I never ran around and said I had a house. They start researching me and checking me out, say, oh, you at this address, you got this address, you got this address, the lights never on. Who live in the house? Oh, you own the house. Oh, that ain't your house, that's your dope fiend mother house. If it's my dope fiend mother house, my mother been dead for 40 years, bro. My mother died when I was 6 years old. I lived in that same house for 10 more years after my mother died. The same house, I lived in that house for 10 more years till I was 16 years old. Now, I ain't talking to them, I'm talking to y'all. You know how they sat on the joint last night and they sat on there and in their mind, they was talking to me and they were talking to us? All right, I'm talking to y'all. I was born uptown. You understand? I'm giving y'all some personal information about me. I was born uptown, man. The house that I was born in, although I was born at Howard University at 5 in the morning on June 19th of 1977, when my mama at 17 years old, at 16 years old, brought me home, she brought me to 5th Street Northwest. You understand? I lived on 5th Street Northwest until I was 16 years old and went to prison. I came home to the same freaking house as mine. Gun and Carr don't have a house. Gun and Carr left her son in a Section 8 trap. Came home, moved upstairs in the trap. They live in a trap. They don't even live where they from. The house that I grew up in is still in my family, still in the zip code, still nice, still clean, new windows, renovated, and we live in bricks. We don't live way out in bubble fucking cardboard. We live in bricks. No matter what they say about me, don't you ever allow them to let y'all believe that I'm some type of peasant down on some level. Like, Ant ain't never had a house. He might have rented someplace before. Ant has never lived in a house. Ant never heard of property taxes until he talked to me. Barbara ain't never lived in a house. They don't know nothing about a house. They don't know nothing about cutting grass. They don't know nothing about landscaping. And they never pushed a lawnmower. When I was a kid, they made us cut the grass. And they never cut grass. Does anybody in here believe Ant cut grass before? Ant don't know how to start a lawnmower. Am I right or wrong? Astoria ain't never cut grass. Have you seen where she live at? She don't cut the grass. She live in an apartment in 2025 that does not have a trash chute. That's not a regular apartment. That's a tenement. Like when you see me at the other spot, or you see me at the house, or you see me at the apartment with the pool in the back, where we all got Jones. I told you there's Airbnbs everywhere. When I take the trash out in an apartment, I go to a trash chute. I don't have to walk that shit outside in 2025. My grandparents left me in Brownstone, 2-way street. What up, Eon? What's the word, champ? Just cool and play dumb, and we sending shit up top. Grant, what's up? You know how it go. God don't like rats. Play dumb. A lot of great grandparents pulled themselves up by the mud when they first came to the city. Yeah, I know that. They don't know that because they don't have no clue. But she revealed something. And this ain't no disrespect to people from South Carolina because I got cousins in South Carolina. All my cousins from South Carolina are crazy. She said their family came from South Carolina. You know, South Carolina got a real deep history of, mental health issues and like voodoo, like tripping shit. Gun and car crazy. She's schizophrenic. Listen, if you watched her last night, people said, damn, why you don't let this shit play so long? I wanted y'all to see her different personalities. I wanted y'all to see what happens to her when she keep doing like this. She started hearing shit in her head. Like, I got paperwork that I ain't really want to read because I don't really, for real, I ain't really into it. But she got paperwork where she got mental problems. She was in the hospital. She was hospitalized, bro. She heard voices. She had a brain tumor. Something was wrong with her head. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair, y'all. It's really not. Gun and cars wild, bro. Why you asking me am I on parole? Why? Why do you want to know am I on parole? Excuse me, y'all. Why you want to know am I on why do you want to know am I on parole? And I never seen you before. Gun and cars wild, bro. Saif Rahman. Tell me, why you asking am I on parole? Whoever don't fuck with Wayne, she fuck with shit crazy, okay? Why is she cool with, like for an example, last night while she was drinking and talking about me, she said, oh, I gotta call Odin. That's her best friend in the whole world. He is Team Alpo. How you gonna be Team Wayne Perry and Team Alpo? Like, I ain't trolling right now. My bad, John. How you gonna be Team Odin? No. How you gonna be Team Wayne and Team Alpo at the same time? Now, I want to talk about something too real quick. And I ain't gonna put my inside man out there neither. But do y'all remember when I was kind of talking about this matter in regards to this person, Ugly, the one that say she Wayne Perry baby mama, right? I got a video of her saying that Wayne named her son Michael after Michael Jackson. She said his man. Michael Jackson is not Wayne Perry's man. Let me make that clear to y'all. She think that because she don't really know them. You understand? She know them from the outside. Now, I'm not here to say the child I'm not here to say that the boy not Wayne's son. But I will say this. I done been telling y'all over and over and over again. And if there's any ladies in here, please tell me how you feel about this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start out with the ladies because this is where it came from. One day I was trolling. I'm not trolling now. Now I'm really being intelligent. I'm trying to speak intelligently to you. I'm not using cuss words. I'm not joning. We call joning like the dozens or talking about people, right? But hold on, let me make sure ain't nobody already said it. You gotta drop a mixtape called Gun and Car. Someone block Galloway. Him and Zai on the chart. Him and Zai got the knife. That's why black folks that's what black folks supposed to do for their families. That's why they got steps ahead of us. Right. Damn, Slim. I'm setting my kids and grandkids up. I'm working to create generational wealth. I do understand that. What's her name? Do you love what? Do you love coochie? I'm on your Williams side too, my nigga. We down right. Sound crazy. Facts sell it for more than it. Fixed it up. Your content, Chronic and DC Blacks is interesting. Thank you. Calling someone mom a dope fiend is wild as fuck. That shit don't hurt me though. Laugh out loud, bro. This is wild. They saying that's your mom's house. She's been dead for 40 years. All right, now do y'all see why I don't never speak on it? You get what I'm saying? Like people say, man, y'all don't say nothing about that nigga. What? Listen, my grandmother died in '83. My mama died in '84. Do I really have to defend? Oh, that ain't your house. That's your mama house. My mother and my grandmother died died like 4 months apart. My grandmama died, boom, end of '83. My mama died at the beginning of '84, boom. Do I got to defend? Like, I'm like a golden child. I was the only child in the house at the time. Like, my sister, my cousins, none of them was there. I was the only one there. Well, I had an older cousin that was like a brother. He lived there off and on. But I'm the one that was living there at the time. Like, I got to defend it. Oh, my grandmama died, my mama died. That's how I got a house. If I went to jail as a kid at 16 and I wasn't no major drug dealer when I went in or when I came home, where would I get property in the District of Columbia? Ant don't have no idea how to acquire property in the District of Columbia. And Astoria ain't never had no property that was hers in the District of Columbia. It ain't easy to get real property in the District of Columbia now. Maybe back in the day it was easy for my grandmama or my mama. Not even my mama, because my mama got her property when she was a motherfucking teenager. Because so many people died. Gun and Car has never owned property in the District of Columbia. Gun and Car doesn't own property in the District of Columbia now unless it's an old used vehicle. They live in a tenement. If you could think of or imagine a crack house, that's what the Joan is. Like, she tell you where she at. Listen, this ain't me screaming on her. This ain't me telling nobody go do nothing to her. She say, meet me on the corner of 16th and R, Southeast. Does somebody Google 16th and R Southeast? Matter of fact, somebody Google 1630 Southeast. Somebody Google 1630 R Street Southeast and tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. Would you rather live at 1630 R Street or would you like to live at 2829 17th Street Northeast? This other address they say is mine. I don't care. Or would you like to live at 6408 4th Street Northwest? Or would you like to live at 6825 5th Street Northwest? Or would you like to live at 1112 Spring Road? Every address they got that's connected to me. I ain't ducking no addresses that connected to me. Them addresses been in my family 40 years, man. They don't have no history like that. If you go back 40 years in Aunt Glizzy's timeline, you go back 40 years in Astoria timeline, right? Gun and Car, right? It's all some ghetto shit somewhere in the projects. No disrespect. Like when I was young, I wish I had lived in a project because I would have been a millionaire if I grew up in a project. If I grew up in 640, if I grew up in Langston Terrace, if I grew up down Safax Garden and I was in the projects, I would have been a millionaire. I don't understand what they sitting in the projects going hand in hand for. I would have blew the fuck up. I came from a residential area. I had to move down 2-3 blocks to meet my buddies that taught me how to get money. Ain't nowhere in the world I could have been from Langston Terrace. I could be from Leroy Park and not be a millionaire. I couldn't have been born in the projects. The woman you dealing with is a schizophrenic bipolar type, very unpredictable. Damn. Laughing my ass off. Ann is one step from homeless. Ann in trouble, y'all. Ann is in trouble. Ann is accused of identity theft, playing with social security numbers, and something with a CPN. According to him, this is not me giving you nothing exclusive. Ann gonna be in a jam, and this is the jam he's gonna be in, one of them. He's gonna have to find somewhere else to live because now I learned that he's still driving that old Jeep, that green looking Jeep, but I think they done painted it burgundy or dark red with a gold trim or something. But I'm gonna show y'all a picture of that and he's gonna have to move, but he's not gonna have to move because of me. He gonna have to move just because he want to move, and the gig is gonna be up on where he lives. As you know, he all paranoid, right? But he gonna have to get another CPN, and he probably gonna be scared to use a CPN. Or just like he got that last apartment at the Avalon and Quita name, I forgot her. I think she got a son that rap Rebo or somebody. I don't know it. I gotta look back into my little notes. But unless he get another Jonah Quita name, and I'm gonna tell y'all something that y'all don't know. Ant don't like to pay rent because he know it ain't in his name. One of the main reasons he think he'd be safe and you can't never find him because the little apartments and whatnot that he be in, they're never in the name of Anthony Evans. Anthony Tyrone Evans. All facts. Okay, yeah, you also know that her and Barbara used to hang together back in the day, so you know birds of a feather flock together. I didn't know if her and Barbara really used to hang together. I heard her say that. I didn't know if it was true. I ain't know if it was true. Facts, E. I was cutting grass at 8. Anthony Jefferson, if you was cutting grass at 8, then you grew up like me. My mama, my aunt, my uncle. Oh, I forgot I used to live at 720 Peabody Street, since I want to quote all these addresses now. That is not my property. However, it is property of my family. For an example, I told you my grandmother had a bunch of siblings, okay? Maybe 13, 14 of them, right? And her siblings had children. And my grandmother was older than some of them. So boys and girls at 16 and 20 and 24 that was trying to get out of the country, was trying to get away from picking turnips and picking watermelons and feeding pigs and hogs, because we still got land in the country. I own, since Anthony want to keep talking about own, let me give y'all something. I own 22 acres of land in North Carolina. I own 22 acres of land in Warren County, North Carolina. Let me say it again. I own land in North Carolina, bruh. I'm not like you. I'm not like you. So my mother being a dope fiend, my father being a dope fiend, my grandmother wasn't a dope fiend. My grandmother ain't had no more than a 6th grade education, more than likely. My grandmother came from the country at 16. What was your mother doing at 16, barbecue? My grandmama at 16 was hitchhiking and bussing from the country to get to DC to find a better way for her seed. What was your mama and grandmama doing, Aunt? What your mama gonna leave you when she gone? You joking and playing about my mother being dead. What has your mother done for you being alive the 40 years that my mother has been dead? Let's compare mothers, Aunt. My mother OD'd from heroin. Boom. Oh, whoop-dee-doo. Your mother has lived as a functioning psychotic drug addict for your entire life. You know nothing other than that. And when your mother dies, she won't leave you nothing. She can't even leave you her apartment on the 5th floor at Shipley Plaza because she don't own it. She don't own nothing. Astoria cannot leave Lil Mike nothing. She owns nothing. They keep running around here talking about Eon is nothing, Eon owns nothing. They are parents. Astoria is a parent. She can leave little Mike nothing. Barbara can leave Aunt, Esco, or Cy nothing. Barbara has contributed to Cy being a boathead. If you read Cy paperwork, he got all type of redacted shit and shit that's sealed because him and his mama got high together, bruh. They nothing like me. I really should give them no attention. But they keep wanting attention and they want to joke and play. Bro, they fucked up people. Both of them. And Gun and Car mother fucked up people. Lil Gun is fucked up. Lil Gun and Car got given a gun by a person that allegedly shot himself in the leg. He drove off with the weapon. The police encountered him with the weapon. How did the weapon get to the hospital? The brother went to the hospital at Providence. For people who don't know, in D.C., Northwest Washington is over here. Northeast Washington is over here. Gun and Car got the gun in Northwest Washington and encountered the police. He took the police to Northeast Washington to Providence Hospital. How can she explain that? On Say Cheese, she wanted to get up there and talk about me and talk about somebody won't wear this and won't be accountable. She won't let her son be accountable for the hot shit he did. She want to say on the Say Cheese platform that her son was in a car with a dude that shot himself. That is a lie. Her son was not in a car with a dude that shot himself. Her son was in a car with himself, with a gun that he claimed the dude shot himself with. Remember, the dude that got shot never said he shot himself, never admitted to shooting himself, never claimed the gun. The story of the dude shooting himself, the story of him coming to the hospital with the gun, and the story of him saying whose gun it was, all comes from her son. It all comes from Lil Mike. Now, this is the thing I was getting ready to say before we went into Lil Mike. A minute ago, I kept saying, she lied. She keeps saying Wayne Perry named her son Mike after Michael Jackson. I kept saying, bro, Wayne is an alpha male. I don't care what y'all say about him. Wayne an alpha male. An alpha male don't name his son after another nigga. So I got from some good inside source recently. They said, you know what, E? You right about that shit. He said, they said they. I'm using they on purpose. They said, E, you right. I asked Wayne about that shit. Wayne said, man, why would I name my son after another dude? Do y'all understand what alpha males are? Alpha males ain't gonna do that. And I don't care what y'all think, but Wayne an alpha male. Think about this. Roll with me on this one for a second, y'all. You an alpha male wherever you from. You don't got to be a killer like Wayne. You the baddest basketball player where you from. You the richest person where you from. You the meanest nigga where you from. You a killer and a gangster. You the biggest dope boy where you from. You the biggest CEO where you from. And you meet a woman. And the woman that you meet was just in a relationship with Calvin. Okay? The woman that you meet was just in a relationship with Calvin. You meet her. You get into some type of dealings with her. You have sex with her. She has a baby. Even if Calvin is the favorite name that you have ever heard, the best name you have ever heard, do you name the baby Calvin when you already are a King Kong yourself? Do you think that Wayne would name the child Michael? Like one of the sons that we know as Wayne's name is Wayne. Does that make sense to anybody? Would you name your son if you was an alpha male from anywhere in the world and you met a woman and the woman was messing with a guy by the name of Calvin? Would you name your son Calvin and your name is Cornell? Would you name yourself Cornell? Or if the dude that she was messing with before you name was Calvin and your name was Lawrence, would you name this child Lawrence or would you name the child Calvin? Like, do you think Michael Jordan would name his son Scotty? You not know how to start a lawnmower. It's nasty work. Guess he just grew up on concrete. Hey, him and I, he don't know how to start a lawnmower. You understand? All that. He don't know how to start a lawnmower, bro. I bet you he has never used a lawnmower. He probably don't know how to use a shovel. I bet you he a sissy, bro. He ain't never shoveled snow. He ain't never did nothing. Look at his hands, bro. Look at my hands. Tell and show y'all his hands. Look at my hands. These the hands of a man, bro. You see these hands? These hands got scars and bruises on my knuckles. Bruh, any nigga that came up in the streets should have his knuckles should look like chalkboards. If you was really in the streets or you was really in prison, your knuckles, your hands should look like a man. Look at my hands, bruh. Scars, 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 knots, cuts on my knuckles, cuts on my hands, cuts in my hand. My hand been sliced open by a knife. Cuts on my hands, cuts on my hands, cuts on my knuckles, swollen knuckles. Man, I got the hands of a man, bruh. Tell and show you his hands. A man, Gun and Car hands look more manly than Slim. Gun and Car hands look like mine. Look at my hands, bruh. I got the hands of a man. I got the hands of a man that been through something. Tell and show you his hands, bruh. I got hands. I've been through shit in life. Look at my hands. Look at my knuckles. Them niggas ain't been through nothing. He ain't cut grass or killed nothing. You keep saying I'm from Southeast. You from Southeast, the only thing you represent from Southeast is poverty. You don't represent no go hard shit. You don't represent no come up out the mud shit. Your hands you look like a hand model, bro. You got hands like Brooke Shields. Ugly probably did that to get a check. You heard her say she can probably get a check off you without knowing. I did catch that. You caught that. Everybody from DC family, either from NC or SC or VA. Majority, I ain't talking about these new people that come here. I'm talking about the ones of us that been here. All you got to do is remember when you was in elementary school or you was very young, if you had homies from your neighborhood that had family reunions, most of their family reunions went south, not north. Think about that. If you from DC and when you was a kid, you had anybody that went to a family reunion, more people that you knew went south for a family reunion than north. She trying to get a bag from anywhere she can. That's why she deal with the Up for Debate TV. But Up for Debate TV don't make enough money to pay her nothing. He just help her because she's stupid. That's why she keeps saying, I don't know how to block the comments. I gotta call Odin. I gotta call Odin. I gotta call Up for Debate. Up for Debate is the one that told her to file the paperwork on me, the stalker. That's why he came back and said, oh, now there's records that you stalk. You a stalker. You chasing a woman. He told her to do that. He a big ass rat. Ex-crackhead. And I ain't making it up. He got videos talking about how he used to live on park benches. She need to get a bag off her lying ass son. He keep riding around talking about he little. Bruh, do y'all know when her son got locked up, he told the DEA his name was Silk? They called me Lil Silk. Why did he volunteer that? His name ain't Silk. She ain't name him that. Why did he tell the police his name was Silk? Can anybody riddle me that? I know one thing, she stopped even looking at them comments. Them comments was driving her crazy. Every time she look at the comments, she do like this. And every time she changed subject, she do like this. I'm telling you, she hear voices, bruh. She was in a padded room in jail with the straitjacket on. She need to be put in a padded room right now. She really gonna kill herself when Wayne dropped this motherfucking audio saying he don't got nothing to do with it and the boy ain't mine. She over there singing, come out the closet. She need to be singing Billie Jean. But the kid is not my son. She's singing the wrong song. Come on, I'm coming out. No, you're not coming out. You don't want the world to know. What you doing is you need to be singing Michael Jackson. The boy is not my son. You singing whatever that I'm coming out. You need to be singing Billie Jean. Been saying all this too. I asked about the name and it never made sense. It don't make sense. Does it make sense to any of y'all? Why would Wayne Perry? And see, she don't know that Wayne don't mess with Mike. She don't know that they got issues all the way back from the beginning of the case. She think, that's how you know she ain't in touch with Wayne. That's how you know she don't talk to Wayne. If she would have read, that's the end I know she can't read. If she would have read the Don Diva, she would have known that Wayne and Slim don't see eye to eye. She's sitting up here lying. She lying so much. She want to say that Wayne named the boy after Michael Jackson. That is insane to me. Damn, sorry to hear that, bro. Extremely tough to hear. Granny and mom gone. You're a strong brother. Oh, Anthony, I wasn't saying that for no sympathy. Allah knows best. Allah protected me. Allah provided for me. Allah made sure that I was all right. Allah made sure I had a home. I'm never hungry. Even when I went to jail, I was taken care of. So it's people out here like Gunn and Carter had a mother and a grandmother and a fake father that they talk about, and their life still hard as shit. So I appreciate your sympathy and your condolence. E, be careful. I heard you saying her name twice. Don't get caught up with the law, bro. Understood. Chopper City, my man dropped about 5 or 6 properties. And him is out. Let me keep it real with you. I ain't got none of that out the mud. Like, I ain't go work for that. I ain't go trap for that. I ain't sell no drugs and find a way to get it. My grandmama with a 6th grade education from the farms and countries of Macon and Hennessy, North Carolina, came up here and found a way to do it, found a way to leave it to her kids, and her kids left it to me. I'm not even perpetrating like it's some major accomplishment of mine. I didn't even know it was important. And they call themselves trolling me. That is jealousy and envy. That is saying, ooh, he think he got a house, he better than us. I didn't even know it was supposed to be a major thing, bro. It's a regular house. It's a duplex. It's connected to another house. It ain't a mansion. It's a regular house with a regular mailbox, a regular backyard, a regular front yard where I grew up cutting the grass. Them niggas have never cut the grass nowhere. They can't tell you how to start a lawnmower. Aunt Glizzy don't own a lawnmower. I own 3 lawnmowers. I own 17 shovels. Aunt Glizzy don't own a lawnmower. He don't own a shovel. He don't have to shovel snow or cut grass. He a peasant. Y'all got this nigga running around here talking about, y'all believe he a $400,000 nigga. He don't own a lawnmower. He don't use a shovel. He don't have to buy sand. He don't have to buy salt when it's snow. He is not a grown man. He ain't me. I gotta shovel 5 or 6 fucking driveways when it's snow. I gotta shovel my mama house snow. Well, the person that raised me. I gotta shovel her snow. I gotta shovel the snow at the Airbnb. I gotta shovel the snow where the dog's at, bruh. He don't gotta do shit. I gotta cut grass 3 times or pay to get it cut. It costs $45 to get my grass cut, bruh. It costs $45 to get my grass cut. I'd be damned if I let some motherfucking peasants that grew up in 20002 that don't know a motherfucking thing about me talk about some motherfucking integrity or family ties. The motherfuckers peasants. Fuck out of here. And man, and mother taught him how to get $1,000 a day to pretend, not to pretend, but to act as he is retarded. My mother ain't teach me that. My mother taught me some good things and my mother taught me some bad things. My father taught me some good things. My father taught me some bad things. My father taught me how to say thank you and yes sir and no sir. My father taught me how to shoot dice. My father taught me how to drive a car. My mother taught me how to catch the bus. My mother taught me how to catch the train. I seen my mother cut dope before. Fuck out here. Fuck Barbara done taught you, bitch. Fuck out here. All Barbara done taught you how to get a check. Now Trump out to cut all that shit. There's nothing Barbara can teach you. They might put Barbara ass out next. It's a Trump world right now. And it's MAGA, bitch. They might put Barbara ass out next. You better hope they don't put Barbara ass out. If they put Barbara ass out, you ain't got nowhere to go. Esco live in a trailer. We start calling Esco trailer park trash. Esco live in a trailer. Big facts. I bet you somebody asked the next time if y'all deal with the Ant Glizzy boy, ask him do he own the lawnmower. Ask him has he ever started a lawnmower. Nigga, I done cut grass for money. I'm a hustler. I'm a uptown nigga. I done shovel snow. I done cut grass. I done carried groceries. I done robbed. Fuck out of here, nigga. We ain't the same. Somebody said same here. I turned that into a hustle by 8. Oh, you like me. Same here, E. That's what's up. I don't understand why they mad because your family own land, shaking my head. And I ain't trying to sit here and act like I'm better than nobody. My family don't own, my family ain't from Bel Air. I ain't the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I'm like the Fresh Prince from Philly. I ain't the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I'm like the Fresh Prince from Philly before we went to Bel Air. You did? And I never do. I never talk about it because it's normal to me. I didn't know it was something. I only started thinking it was something when they started attacking it. Like, notice I never spoke on. I was like, damn. They got my address over here. They got my address over there. So then I started saying, well, ain't no criminals at the address. Every gun legal. Play games, you can get your shit blown off. And I ain't gonna go on deep into that, but everybody got a license but me. And I will have a license soon. I will have my rights back. Before I die, I will have my rights back. Shout out to Mark Chopper and shout out to felons with firearms. Trust me, I'm gonna have my Second Amendment, and then I dare you niggas play with me. She gonna leave him in debt. You keep saying gun and car name. Damn, y'all keep saying it. Thank y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all, man. When did your father pass? My father passed in 13. I came home in 10. I was able to see my father about 3 years, but he was already sick. He had cancer when I came home. But he did see me come home. He did come to get me. He did put his address up on there so I could have an address to parole to. He did give me $17,000. So they could talk about my father being a dope fiend, a criminal. My father gave me $17,000 when I came home. Now, did his father give him $17,000? My father gave me $17,000 when I came home. It's like, here, get on your feet. My daddy, a Lorton nigga, a dope fiend nigga, all this shit they keep calling my father a jailbird. He gave me $17,000. You get on my feet. We used to go around Peabody when I was young. I used to get a lot of money on Peabody Street shoveling snow. When did your father pass? Okay, I just told you. Smoking boat with your son is crazy. That's what his court papers say. I don't know if that's true. I just read the paperwork. But yeah, Barbara and according to the court papers, Barbara and Cy used to smoke Love Boat together. That's where his drug, that's where, at least in court papers, the court papers allege that his drug problem started with his mama, Saeed Evans. So when all y'all think he's this malicious, premeditated killer, Size one of them motherfucking Love Boat killers, bro. Ain't no different than a nigga that pop LSD or a nigga that smoke boat like the dude Big Screech, Big Lurch, whatever his name was from Cali that woke up and had blood all over him and killed his friends and shit. That's what Cy is. Cy go smoke boat and do a bunch of shit he don't remember in the morning, then tell the FBI I don't remember. There's some dudes who name their sons after their brother or father. I can go for brother or father. I can't go for some nigga in the street that's one of your contemporaries in street legendhood. You gonna name your son after him? Like, do you think Alexander would have named his son Hannibal? Now, and I do know people like Tecumseh, right? Great Native American warrior. And Sherman, the nigga that tore South Carolina up in the Civil War, his middle name is Tecumseh to honor a great fighting general. General Sherman, his middle name was Tecumseh. He was named after a Native American warrior that tore shit up. The Native American warrior Tecumseh was so honored and revered by the white man that they began to take his name, Tecumseh. Did y'all know that? General Sherman that tore up everything in South Carolina, punished South Carolina. His middle name is Tecumseh. See, like when I get too educated into all the nigga think he know everything, so I'm gonna dumb it back down. And Salty because he knows Say Cheese going to want to interview you soon. I don't know. See, I played my cards wrong with the Say Cheese thing. I ain't dick eat and pacify and say, oh, Say Cheese, please let me give my story. I was me. I was authentically myself. Once I seen the Say Cheese play pussy to get fucked and let them use the platform, I started saying all type of derogatory things about him. Fuck that nigga and this and that. That's how I operate. I'm not going to stop being me. I got my own platform. My platform is not a Say Cheese platform, but I'm a DC nigga. I go by that code like they said on that old NWA joke. I don't know about you, but back on my block, I was taught that you don't ride on nobody's jock for anything they do. Fuck them and this crew, unless you was getting paid too. That's Ice Cube, y'all. One of the greatest lyricists to walk the face of the earth, Ice Cube. I was taught back on my block that you don't ride on nobody's jock for anything they do. Fuck him and his crew, unless you was getting paid too. Now, the fake baby mama been on Say Cheese twice. Has she sent Wayne anything ever? I'm gonna leave that question up there for the people to figure out. Say Cheese. He done made a couple dollars off of her and using Wayne's name and said 100 bodies. He ain't thinking about sending Wayne $1 or a letter. Am I right? Does anybody agree with me? I bet you. Have I sent Wayne money? Yes. Do I have receipts? Yes. Do I have proof? Yes. Wayne family know I done sent the money. Ain't nobody gonna take that from me. I done sent Wayne more money than she done sent. She don't send Wayne no money. Her son, little broke ass, fake ass, Pee-wee Kingpin. He don't send Wayne no money. Y'all know that. He in a video with 6 $20 bills talking about big money talk, big money talk. Bro, he in a video with like 6 $20 bills doing like this. Big money talk, big money talk. With 6 $20 bills, bro. He a fraud. And why when the police came in the house did he tell the DEA his name was Lil Silk? His name not even Lil Silk. He didn't earn that name in the streets. He took that name. Like Rick Ross took Rick Ross. Nobody named him Little Silk. He didn't earn Lil Silk. He was a little dirty, dusty, fake clothes wearing nigga when I met him. His jewelry's still fake now. You can't call yourself Lil Silk, bro. That's some shit y'all came up with. And you wasn't always Lil Silk. R.I.P. my grand saved us from a race war in the 70s. C-No, what's up? Do any of y'all believe that Wayne Perry named his son Mike after Michael Jackson? Do anybody know that story? Not the story of the name, but the story of Wayne, Poe, Michael Jackson, Fred, Gary, Demencio. Anybody know that story? Hell nah, absolutely not. They going to put Murray and Burry in a DC-based crime drama with Wayne Perry. They should. Wayne had dealings with Murray and Burry. Herc named his first son after his bro. That's cool, though. That's his brother. That's family. See what the lawnmower niggas don't know. You gotta prime that motherfucker. Yeah, Iceman, I know that. I learned that. I listen, in the country, I used to ride the driving lawnmowers. I told you, we got acres in the country. First thing I ever drove was a lawnmower and a tractor, bruh. Like, these news don't know my background, bruh. Uptown all day, okay. Shooting dice, rubbing them knuckles on the concrete. Bruh, I'm talking, I got hands, man. Like, I've been around, bruh. I got scars and shit on my hands. He can't show you his hands. Look at my hands. I sliced all these 3 knuckles open in a knife fight. Them niggas don't compare to me. Them niggas walk around in slippers on the street. Catch me in slippers nowhere but at the house or the beach. Niggas walk the streets in slippers. You know they ain't gonna put in no work. They don't even tie their tennis shoes up. Petworth, Varnum Street. That's my part of town. Up for the Bama. I like that. Definitely, I'm from Chicago, and my family reunion be down south too. I'm speaking law then. I got to be speaking law, because people from other places is relating to me, man. That address info you just spoke was 1,000% factual. Which one? About my addresses or about the addresses in the ghetto? WAMI. When you say that address info you just spoke was 1,000% factual, what address pot you talking about? She trying to get 50 attention. She trying to get a bag. I don't even mind that. That's her bag to get. Gunna Car, AKA 84 gram slammer. $84 gram slammer, damn. 84 gram slammer. I ain't gambling at Baltimore. I can't win. Y'all ain't gonna let me leave. OGB boy, the building. You never lied. You can't wear slippers outside. Cross, you never know what's when combat. I don't wear slippers outside, bruh. They gonna say I'm institutionalized. Put it in reverse and throw it in forward to pop a Willie. Ah, somebody done rode a lawnmower. I popped a Willie on them joints. Why is it that people keep saying don't wear slippers outside? Answer that. Cause you don't got to get ready. If you ready, you can't be ready in slippers. You can't even take off and run. That's another reason my pants never sagged when I was a youngin'. I used to tote a pistol. Them niggas that got their pants all the way down to their ass, you ain't got a strap on you unless it's in the dip, you can't get to it and you can't run. So you was the victim in what? I was the victim in what? My knuckles got sliced in a knife fight. Bruh, you get holes in you in a knife fight. That's not like punching. You stab, he stab. I ain't gonna give you too much attention on that. Called that man Randy Moss. My family from down south all through. We come to DC in the early 40s. Damn, did you ever look up at paperwork? I didn't get all of it yet, that's why I ain't been on it. It's still early in this case. But one thing for sure, it's a federal case, so it ain't going nowhere. He can't disappear it. I don't think slippers good in no war zone. You definitely can't get a grip wearing slides. You can't even really fight. Like, I seen dudes that get caught in a fight with slippers on and kick the slippers off. Go barefoot. You don't be seeing when dudes practicing. Not practicing, that's not the correct word. You don't see when dudes be training in the ring. Mike Tyson, Tank Davis. Sometimes they just got on socks. They barefoot. They get a better feel for the ground. Like, I done kicked my shoes off in the juvenile block and got the rocking right there in the water by the shower. We both slipping. You know, you slip in that water, sometimes you'll hit your head and knock yourself out. I seen a dude whooping a nigga, slip and hit his head and get knocked out. The nigga got up and started stomping him. Juwan, what's up? Anthony Evans is extremely emotional and disappointed. Now he trying to start a beef with me in sight. I don't think he accomplished it. He didn't get all that stuff in a suitcase. I said he was trying to slam it. He never got it up there. Barefoot, the best way to wreck. I mean, that's why I mentioned boxers. Did you know Lawrence Moulton is from DC?
Juwan, you know I know Lauren Moulton. You know I know Lawrence Moulton is from DC. Did you know? I was trying to tell you DC dudes. Every time I try to mention the DC dude that was a good basketball legend, you say they old. Not from PG. He really from DC, born and raised. Yeah. I named a few of them. You kept saying they not from DC. But I ain't gonna get no argument with you today. We on good terms today. I shouldn't even got mad at you the other day. That's your opinion. But you was probing, you was poking the bear. He said, I'm weak, bro. Yeah, that's a suitcase. He couldn't get it in the suitcase. You know how sometimes the shit don't fit in the suitcase, you rush into the airport? That's what he was doing. He couldn't get it in the suitcase. The DA came and he said, I'm Lil Silk. I'm Lil Silk. Stop explaining real DC to people who don't truly understand DC. OG shoulder pad. He could really say that, OG shoulder pad. He was an OG when I was in the prison system. And Bank's account, and bank account probably still locked. He don't even talk about money. I don't think they locked his bank account. I don't think he did that through his bank account. And don't let him play y'all. He got one bank account, Bank of America. Why is there so much static in your lab? That's what dude said. That. Let me see if I can do something. Tell me if this works. I'm about to try something. Tell me if it works. I don't be using the microphone on live. Most dudes don't use the microphone on live. Let me see something. Yo, 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 yo. I put a microphone on. Yo, yo. How the sound, y'all? Come on, tap in right now. Let me know. Did you see that video when he was boxing? Yeah. That was more funny video to me. What is a CPN? A CPN is like a certified protected number or something. I forgot. Somebody tell me what CPN is. It's a way to use a certified like financial number that would be like equivalent to using a social security number, and they're not always illegal. They're only illegal if you use them illegally. But a CPN on the base of it is not illegal, y'all. So like the other day I said something about a CPN. They said, oh, talking about illegal. Credit profile number. Thank you, Lazo. It's a credit profile number. So sometimes people can actually get a credit profile number, which is a CPN, and it'll protect them like a straw man from ever using their social security number. And a lot of times you won't get in trouble if you pay the bill on whatever the credit profile number is. A social security number substitution. Yeah, that's another word for it. Okay, look, I love smart people. I love smart people, bro. That's why sometimes I don't argue with Ant on the internet, because most of his following are people like him. They don't want to know the truth. They would have never Ant don't know what a credit profile number is. If you go on Ant Live when he talking to ask him what a credit profile number is, he don't know what a credit profile number is, and he got a charge for using one. Oh, I can hear. I forgot all about it. Former Uptown resident, Georgia Hamilton. That's my part of town. How the sound, y'all? Group of men that think like him. Yeah, that is true. That Iverson learned to cross over from a DC native while in college. I can't say that. They say Allen Iverson was a bad man. Ask Juwan that. He know the sports. He my sports man. It's limb biased, but yes, one of the greatest college players to this day and a former Landover, Maryland resident. Yes, the DC area to me produce some of the most talent in the world if you're from the DMV. I can hear clear. Is the static still there here? All right, cool. I'm with that. So from now on, I'm gonna start popping a little mic, and I got a little joke you can pop in the phone. But I normally only use it for my videos, and getting hit either way, identity theft, because he ain't paying the bills connected to the CPN. Lamar, I tried to school him. I tried to school him in private. You can't get the CPN. Like this how some dudes do it. They get the CPN and just stay in the apartment until they get put out. And then do it over and over and over again. That's a move that some of these broke niggas do. If Ant was getting real money, he would never have to burn the CPN. He learned that from Dean Berry, a walk on from NYC/VA. He learned that at Georgetown. That's true, Juwan? I never knew that. That's true. I'm gonna go to Jacksonville, see if they play about they women. Why you say that like that? You see that paperwork I sent you on Curtis? Nah, where you send it? DC Blacks or Uptown Eon? Artifacts, what's up? A credit profile number. But if he was balling like he said, like one time he just bought a house. He got a mailbox. Everything is fraud with him, bro. He want us to believe he living a lifestyle, and it's not my lifestyle to make him not believe. I sent it to you this morning. Oh, nah, I ain't looked at the DMs this morning. NYC got swag, though. When it comes to hoopers, I learned that from Shamgar much move, which is from Shamgar from NYC. Yeah, I had a street style swag of basketball. Yeah, that's why they produce a lot of point guards from New York. New York guys think they can dribble the ball all the time. Barberson does things for clicks. He needs YouTube. We tried to flex. He has a third grade education with a broad on IG Live. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was a girl that used to mess with us some. And learned that from his boo. Damn. They say Ant learned that from his boo. What's your opinion on why DC people are so divided? I don't know how to answer that. Are we ever going to get a call from Opio Moore and some history and events from his perspective? I hope so. Credit privacy number. I thought it was a credit profile number. Why any city people divided. That's really what I wanted to say. I ain't want to just be too snappy. ENB got the best ballers in basketball. Oh, you agree with that? Somebody said I can hit good. All right, that's what's up. Opio, that's my dog. Opio, one of the realest ever. Like it's so much stuff about Opio to talk about, but I don't be want to talk about. Listen, Opio, one of them gangs that you can't really talk about because most of the shit he did, he got away with. It's not just DC that's divided; it's the whole black community. May Allah heal us all. I was thinking that too another day. Nope, it's privacy. Oh, it's not profile. Yeah, when I looked it up, it said profile, but no, it's a credit privacy number. Oh, I thought it meant profile. And what's wrong with just living comfortably within your own means and stupid for that charge? Well, I don't know if he really did it, but my partner came home from with OBO and was with Titus before O. Shout out to C-Note. Shout out to Titus and OBO. My big homies, I fuck with both of them. Oh, do you know any Glizzy? Do you mean any Glizzy or do you mean do I know Ant Glizzy? Yeah, I know Ant Glizzy. He's wanted by the feds and now he wants to change. He ain't wanted by the feds. He got a case. He already got grabbed. He's out right now. He and everybody in. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, I thought you meant Ant. AI be tripping. That shit, y'all not. Yeah, AI do be tripping sometimes. You gotta know what you're doing with AI. And then you gotta check it. He's no gangster. Greg Jones and Tutu was working at Cross before AI made it popular. I ain't know that neither. That's the life he chose. Yo, East St. Louis and DC people don't know the real. Our city's so much alike. I think that's why we get along. Just like we get along with a lot of real New Orleans dudes. Like the real gangsters from New Orleans, they don't got no problems with DC dudes. It's something about New Orleans dudes and St. Louis dudes. It's a swag. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. New Orleans in my hit list, homie. New Orleans is in my hit list, homie. It's like a lot of folks online don't know there's DC cats that put in work on certain groups but haven't been charged or have cases, so can't incriminate and speak on it. I told some dudes that the other day when they was talking all that goddamn AB shit. Talking about DC ain't never do nothing. Bruh, do you think DC dudes would be anywhere and just don't do nothing? The real gangsters and men don't have problems with like-minded men. That's a fact, see, that's why we get along with the gangsters from Baltimore. All that other shit, that DC Baltimore shit, that's kid shit and state prison shit. That shit ain't no Fed shit or no man shit. I like Boston. Oh, I ain't know you was from Chicago, Anthony. What's up, bruh? He said, I'm from Chicago and I definitely fucking with you, E. Salute. Shout out to Chicago. Free Larry Hoover. They done let the GDs in the house. Very tricky. If you don't know what you are doing, it won't look right. Yeah. All facts, E. Okay. I ain't never lied, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Oh, the likes did go up, man. Appreciate the love today. That's all you got to do. Just keep it flowing and hit the like button, huh, man? The younger generation is so wild. It's no structure. Yo, E, I was hearing you about the dude Ant. He one of those chumps that would do and say anything to provoke you and not bust a grape. I stayed away from them types, loudmouth suckers. Yeah, in real life, I stayed away from them, but on the internet, they try to intimidate you. I find that sometimes the best way to deal with them is to confront them head on, at least on the internet level. Say like 65. Did they use AI on those Chinese movies back in the day? Well, China has been working on AI for a long time. Ant will shoot you, bro. Dang. Definitely got to fact check AI. You got to also know how to word yourself to get the results you want. And sometimes you got to readjust the prompt. Do you think AI will take a lot of jobs once it's fully launches? Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I don't even think I got to explain that. It's definitely going to take some jobs. I don't believe it will replace humans, though. I agree with that on the code. Syracuse legend Lawrence Moulton still holds the all-time leading score in Syracuse history. DC, New York connections is real. That beef shit was only certain times, but ultimately there was a lot of respect. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Somebody gave Anna a call about Savage and he changed his whole demeanor about him. Nah, he trying to back off the bid so he don't have so many enemies while he going through this court shit. And he knows Savage ain't gonna play with him on the internet anyway. Savage really ain't no internet talk. He not gonna go back and forth with Ann on the internet. So it's best to just leave Savage alone. Somebody gave Ann a call. People who use AI will replace people who don't. Fun fact, if Gary had not got killed at the McDonald's, we may have never heard of AI. He was John Thompson playing B. Damn. Gary was headed to Georgetown. All the gangs seem outnumbered by their own gangs. And would be gay if he shoot at anything. Damn. I'm in school for AI automation. Oh yeah, I got a business and all that. That's what's up. Commanders, what's up, homeboy? Most definitely take jobs that are computer based but never can replace trades. That's why our young generation needs to get certified in trades. Yeah, AI ain't gonna come fix your toilet. AI ain't gonna come fix your air conditioner. AI ain't gonna cut your hair, but they do got robot COs now. They could take all them jobs. Did you see that recent episode on Adam 22 show with the white boy talking about getting extorted by DC and using the booty bandit nonsense? Nah, I ain't see that. I don't watch Adam 22, y'all. Hey, Juwan, check out Timmy Bassett played in the ABA from DC and got a ring with Dr. J. Timmy Bassett, you just taught me something. Man seems afraid of his situation. Yeah, that's why I ain't pressed to go at it hard. I'm waiting for it to unfold. It's just beginning. I ain't gonna let my whole clip go. I'm one of them dudes, I might come with 30, let 17 go. And get to go. You never know what's gonna happen. You gotta take some home with you. Like that's that kid shit when we used to go let the whole clip go. We got 30, we let 30 go. We go back home with 0. I remember the older niggas used to be like, man, let me see your gun. Like I done everything. I was a good dude, a little thug, a bad little boy, a football player. I went to church. Like my people tried everything with me. Will we ever get that Machine Gun Tommy? And I hope so. He hard to catch up with. Nah, for real. Hey, I won't. Hey, I won't take computer job. You doing a great job, little homie. Keep up the good work. Salute, Ernest. Salute, salute, salute. Appreciate the love, homeboy. Shout out to the men. Shout out to the men. Shout out to the men. And when I say the men, I mean the men. I don't know who these other dudes talking about when they be saying the men. The men said that. The men said DC wore New Balance first. The men don't get into them conversations. He said, your ass calm down. Yeah. I ain't gonna let them niggas send me to the box. Once I seen a couple dudes go to jail, I said, oh, they trying to send us to jail. They don't want no work for real. I better learn AI automation. Well, you ain't lying. Always shout out to the men. Always shout out to the men. I wouldn't be here without the men, bro. In real life. And remember this, if the men ain't fuck with me, all these rap rumors would be like hot air balloons. They would be up. They'd be all over the place. The only people who say something about some hot shit or some rat shit with me, it all come from Gun and Godmother. Think about it now. Now that she's came out, now she's come out and she's spoken. She's done this, she's done that. Think about everything that everybody else say about me. Everything that everybody else say about me is only the up for the Bama and barbecue. Philly say they started the New Balance thing. Baltimore says it too. Well, to be honest with y'all, Massachusetts started it. Nobody don't even speak about Massachusetts. Boston. But they really ain't wearing. The white people up there want shorty, want ugly chick, man. And she mad at me because she was born ugly. I ain't mad at nobody. I'm light skinned. I ain't mad at nobody. I got a big forehead. I ain't mad at nobody. I wear glasses. I ain't mad if I look at you long enough, this eye right here look crooked. I ain't mad about none of that. I ain't mad I got a chipped tooth. I ain't mad I got a hole in my neck. Fuck, we humans. We have imperfections. Birthmarks are imperfections. You should interview Girly TV. Son, I wonder what he think of him. Damn. Somebody find Goofy TV son for me. I'm gonna write him a letter. You right. I ain't think about it. I will. I'm in Massachusetts and never heard that. But whites to live New Balance here. They love New Balance here. Okay, cool. The act of barbecue, goddamn. What? I don't understand what you meant. Man, her hair wrapped too tight. She hot. We wearing Air Force Ones down here in Baltimore. Okay, she used your name to stay relevant. Don't nobody say nothing about that, though. I'm glad you said that. Hit the like button, y'all. If you up in here, hit the like button. What you laughing at, Artifacts? Oh, because I kept saying that we have imperfections. Bruh, I'm real, bruh. One day I got a whole bunch of money, one day I'm broke. Fuck out of here. Like right now, I'm in a transition phase. I don't hustle no more. I'm always hustling, but I don't sell drugs no more. St. Louis Blue Air Force Ones up. You think so? New York might have Blue Air Force Ones up. Did you see Goofy TV got that dribble god tattoo on his head? A new one? I thought he already had a tattoo on his head. When you ain't got no hair, you got to write on your head. He think he Birdman. When you don't have hair, right? You got to write on your head. Will you ever give me will you ever give a meet and greet where we can all come see you, interview, fly live, and buy books? I think you would sell a lot of tickets. I seen Banky Pound do a meet and greet. I think about it. Nelly Champ. Nelly came out when I was in jail. They was already wearing Air Force One. Massachusetts white people might have wore them, but our area made New Balance fly. I'll take that. He said, oh my God, another imperfection. I ain't go too deep with the imperfection thing, did I? Nelly had the song about Air Force One. I mean, he had a song about Air Force Ones, but we was already wearing Air Force One. His beard ain't real. Who? NYC bang Air Force One. Yeah. My ass on this motherfucker said Reeboks. I meant to say I seen you at the 7-Eleven on Bladensburg across from the CVS. Oh yeah, by the tire shop. I stopped there sometime. Hey bro, keep up the good work. You're bigger than all of this. Damn. Thank you, bro. That's fucked up, E. Bald niggas need hoes too. I mean, hold up. Dudes that made bald head sexy, but I'm just saying when you're rocking a bald head and you're a dude like him, you got to write on your head. I ain't say all that. I would write on my head if I was a bald head guy. I don't even have a tattoo, and I spent almost 20 years in prison. I'm only human. Amen. Okay, Goofy TV beard ain't real. It's too black. His beard ain't real. It's too black. NYC started the Air Force Ones. He wore dunks first. Sitting here watching his dad go Jets game, Broncos and Jets, hanging out with y'all this early morning joint. Was you and Moon locked up together? I wasn't in the same jail with him. We was locked up at the same time, though. Shout out to Moon. They talking about Nelly and that St. Lunatics. That's why they claiming they're the first. But Nelly ain't come out until I was in jail sometime. I'm a little older, so niggas was already wearing Air Force Ones before I seen Nelly. Maybe Nelly might have gotten St. Louis wearing them at that time. Another week, early morning game. Meanwhile, somebody outside cranking RE. Where the fuck you at? Tim, they wasn't the first. They made the mainstream. Okay. The Air Force Ones ain't the Georgetown tennis. People been wearing forces since the 80s. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man, respect, man, period. Okay, that's law. Air Force Ones came out in 1982. Why ain't trying to play you and Big Psych against each other? Do the clown. Hey, Ricky, what do you think about that play? You can see that play. You see, I ain't responded to it. I'm glad Psych showed the video where all the members down Southwest. But I got phone calls about that said, damn, Psych switched up on you that fast. I said, bruh, that's old. I'm on the south side. Okay, shout out to Southeast. Why Aunt be hating on you, bruh? I think Aunt intimidated by my coming up. At least on YouTube, because I think I just started creating content on YouTube where I was writing books in prison. That's the beginning of content. He doesn't even understand that the beginning of content is writing because he's a freestyle content creator. You get what I'm saying? He don't write nothing. For an example, people like Richard Pryor and Bernie Mac, great comedies, great comedians that are legends of comedy, right? They have things that they have written. Ant can't write, so he doesn't understand that writing is the beginning of content. So for him to think that YouTube is my starting content is actually a testament to his IQ or his understanding of what real content creation is. He's a freestyle content creator, like a freestyle rapper and a rapper that writes. Now, I'm not going to take away from a person that doesn't write. For an example, a person like Jay-Z or Lil Wayne, who doesn't have to write, they have written before, but they are so prolific in what they do right now. The whole concept of writing has been translated into communication, and other people write it because it's being transmitted and translated and transcribed into music and lyrics. That's where content creation begins. St. Louis is a dress shoe town, not a tennis shoe. Journalism, okay. And fraud love playing motherfuckers against each other. Nah, E, you was really on his ass, no gay shit. Yeah. And that was my only intention. I got no tats, only war wounds. Oh well, that's what I got. And been on that Willie Lynch shit. He's good at that too. And really can't read. He can't read to a certain level. I'm sure he can read a little bit because he'll read things for you. But where Ant problem is, it's not just reading because he can read syllables and letters and things like that. Ant lacks reading comprehension. And I'm not trying to sit here and act like I'm so ultimately smart, but my reading comprehension skills are up to par. Nigga, content is derived from writing. Hold on. You just said something that makes sense. Nigga, content is derived from writing. How do you produce content worthy work unless if you write it down? If you don't write, shit don't make sense. Okay, I agree. Laughing my ass off. Brother, you are very knowledgeable and you know about the system. You need a blog or editorial piece in the newspaper. Michael Graham, what's up, Slump? Salute, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the shout out, man. To be honest, Rasheed Wallace have some original joints with the strap that you could let hang in the back. Huh? Hell, that's 90% of the city. 10-6, third quarter. What's up with that paperwork she's showing, Slim? That's real. You really gonna come over here? Hey, people in the comment. Triple O Doe. Say what's up with that paperwork she's showing, Slim? That's real. What y'all think, man? Like I'm tired of keep addressing it, but no, it's not real. And no, I didn't go to jail for telling on nobody or no drugs. Tell her to show you the real paperwork. She got it because she got the case. She got the case number for the face sheet. That ain't what I went to jail for, bro. They so dumb they won't even read the indictment. The indictment tells you, and see that's why I know that up for the Bama, the dude say from Detroit. That's why I know you know better because he can read. He read the indictment. Some people can't read on the 12th grade level. What's up with that paperwork, man? They be so smart but can't comprehend shit. Is the Michael Jackson dude still living? I think so. It would don't say shit. He was Dolo. What channel the game on? This look like CBS, y'all, or no, this might be NFL Network. I think it's NFL Network. Yeah, NFL Network. So I'm gonna let the people in the comments. I'm gonna let the people in the comments talk about that. I ain't gonna keep talking about that. I got a video. If you was really interested, I got a video. I got a video where I talk about my paperwork. Just go Google Eon's paperwork not Google, just go search Eon's paperwork on my channel. And was hating on Richmond randomly one day. I knew he was a gift from there. Why ain't searching for respect shouldn't have played with me? What you mean? Oh, he said I knew he was a goofy. Your content is versatile, Slim Light. About to them because Slim Light about to them because his shit all gossip. Consistency and authenticity should always outlast that, but there will always be a place for goofy content. That's really not what I want to be wrapped up in. You know, some way I got caught up in it. Now Michael Jackson died a few years. Somebody say, nah, Michael Jackson died a few years ago in the feds, but he had a funeral on Kennedy Street. That's true. I know bro don't be just talking. I ain't know that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't know that. He died in the feds. Dude plays such a critical role in DC gangster history. I'm surprised no blogs, documentary filmmakers, or YouTubers researched to him. I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people don't talk about Michael Jackson because niggas was scared of Michael Jackson. Niggas be walking around saying, you know, niggas was scared of Wayne and scared of Sean and scared of Kevin. A lot of niggas was scared of Michael Jackson. I mean, think about it. Don't nobody even talk bad about him in public. I don't know him well enough to talk bad about him, but I don't talk about him because I don't know him. Like, I mean, I do know him. I was in jail with him. But I'm talking about like, I don't know, you know, how he was growing up. I heard some stories about him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all a story, man. A thorough ass story. A dude, a highly respected dude, a Lorton legend. He said, man, Mike, he said, Mike ain't no chump. He said, Michael from. He said, Michael thorough motherfucker. He said, Michael hurt you. He said, man, one day we was down Lorton and niggas was going to Chow or somewhere. Don't quote me on where they was going, but motherfuckers was moving around. And this how he met him. And he said, some type of way, you know how a dude might be walking and talking and they spit. He said he spit and it kind of like had got on Slim on his pants. So he said, as a man, he immediately said, man, damn, my bad, and went to wipe it off. He said, Mike pushed him off and was like, what the fuck wrong with you? Pushed him off him. He said, they rumble right there. Now, this dude, I don't want to say his name about the story, but everybody in Lord know what's up with him. Rumbling motherfucker. Even on the streets from Southeast, he are known to be a rumbling motherfucker. He said, man, I rumbled that nigga. He said, we rumble right there. He said, man, Slim can rumble. So this coming from a Lord legend, so I know he can fight. Now, you already heard allegations of his gun, of his pistol game, so I just gave you already heard about what he do on the streets. I just gave you a Lorton story that came from a total 100% gangster. Buckhorse, what? I don't speak on my OGs, but we know. I remember the Bunny Man you sent it to. Damn, I ain't heard that name in forever. Bunny Man was like the boogeyman. I'm from 16th Street. He most definitely wasn't going for. Oh, I would tell us about him, bro. Like that's why I don't talk about him. I don't want to say nothing wrong, but I know Slim said they rumble like shit in jail, and him and his whole crew was killers. The dude that rumbled them. So let me tell y'all something. Let me educate y'all something. You can't even rumble a nigga like the dude that I'm telling you that Michael Jackson rumbled, right? If you ain't thorough enough, because they gonna run over you. For him to even get a one-on-one with this dude is a testament to how thorough he was. Now, I don't go into a lot of shit with the case with him and Wayne because I don't fully know all of it, and it ain't my business to talk about. Like, I don't talk about everything on the internet. Yo, E, why you haven't done a profile piece in a while? Those are the joints that draw the people to your content. You've been spawned with these puppies lately, but you run with wolves. See, no, you right. What's the last joint I did? You right. Somebody just texted me that last night, man. You know what I mean? And that's a part of their strategy too. Oh, shucks. I just hit the microphone. The sound still good? How the sound is, John? Juwan Buckhorse got me hip to it. Oh, see, y'all really talking about DC history now. He from Trinidad. He used to be with Tank and Iz doing things that had to be done. I like how you said that. Oh, wow. In one of them documentaries on Alpo, it made it seem like Michael Jackson was the sneaky, snake-ass dude. Well, that's the title and the label they want to put on him because of like what part he played and what would be, I don't want to use paid in full, but a DC story and what the murder capital was. Like Paid in Full is a New York thing. When I think about Wayne and Michael Jackson and Frey and SB and Kevin Gray, when I think about them names that come up like that, I don't think Paid in Full. I think Murder Capital. I think City Under Siege. Do anybody agree with me? I ain't gonna keep saying Paid in Full. I ain't trying to no disrespect in New York, but bruh, I'm original. I don't want to do nothing Paid in Full. If y'all want me to participate in something, bring me a script, or tell me to participate in a script called City Under Siege, Murder Capital. You know what I mean? No disrespect to New York and Paid in Full, but fuck a Paid in Full too. Can we get a Murder Capital? Can we get a City Under Siege like when Kevin Gray and them broke out of Oak Hill? Can we get a City Under Siege? Can we tell our motherfucking story? We shouldn't tell our story coming from New York. We should tell our story based in DC. New Yorkers come in here, Jamaicans come in here, the FBI come in here, the CIA and all them people come in here and allow the story to spring out as a subplot to other places. The main plot should never be New York if you a DC nigga. I gotta go to Atlanta, Georgia last night. Hold up. Do one on OG Ray Howard from Trinidad. God rest his soul. See, I don't even know who that is. Jim Jones disrespecting Mano on his podcast. Do you think Joe Mo is a I don't know what the fuck. DC never wanted to be like no other city. I think that was his birth name. The last one was about Anthony Jones. Oh, you mean like that? Hell nah. The last one wasn't about Anthony Jones. What you mean like I need to do another Anthony Jones show, man. Baltimore. I ain't gonna say just Baltimore, but it was a lot of Baltimore. But they showed a lot of love on that Anthony Jones show, and I definitely should have revisited that. I'm gonna bring y'all another Anthony Jones, though. Yeah, I'm gonna bring y'all another Anthony Jones. Anthony Jones is like a myth and a mystery. Shout out to Baltimore though. Shout out to Mookie. Shout out to Black Jerry. Shout out to Walla. Shout out to man Long Live ICO. Shout out to all the Baltimore brothers, man. Tack, Moan. Shit, it's 10-9. At least it's a close game. Love all your Jones on Fly. Much respect. Big E. It's so many DC stories. There's a lot of stories within stories that should be told. I was there in 88 when DC was the murder capital. I lived in Northeast. Oh, man. Now I got a problem, y'all. My fault, I keep hitting the thing. I got a problem, man. The phone. I got a few more minutes anyway, though. The phone is the phone is dying, and the microphone thing is in the phone plug. Same as B More got the wire. That's a good example of the way B More got the wire. Do one on Lee's. Y'all got a problem with me. Lee's Law. I did one on. I'm gonna have to start revisiting stories. I got a whole Benny Lee joint. But all right, I'm gonna just start revisiting them joints. Anthony Jones was fucking with some Preacher Crew dudes. If 50 Cent don't get DC OGs to do that miniseries, it's gonna be trash. I think he know. I don't think they're gonna play. I think they're gonna do what they're supposed to do, at least with that aspect. It's still quite a few Jamaicans out in the DMV. They more so American. Shit, we got Jamaicans as homies though. I was just speaking on those ones you do in that style, your DC profiles, of course. So when you talking about the Anthony Jones one, what you saying as far as the style where I'm only just talking about the person and it's not like I'm interviewing a person like a bio? I'm gonna go look at the Anthony Jones joint again. Cause I remember when I did that, I was just learning how to put the graphics on the thing. So I put his name on it. I made it like it was a documentary. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share that junk. I'm glad you said that. That junk did kind of good, and I didn't even promote it. I didn't know back then that you. Oh, they Call of Duty. I gotta get that new Call of Duty. Yeah, I'm gonna promote that joint, but that's not the whole Anthony Jones story. That's just like a glimpse. No, I was just speaking on those ones you doing that style. You did it. Hey, E, why don't you hear much about Cornell Jones? Because he low key. The Blackwells was definitely making noise during this City Under Seizure. Yeah. Walla is doing good. I talked to Walla. Walla sent me pictures and all type of stuff. I did like how Ed say fully paid, but fully paid is a word play on paid in full. I mean, I don't have nothing against Ed's idea of it, but fully paid is like a poetic way to play on the words of paid in full. I don't want to be a part of paid in full nothing. Why they call him Michael Jackson? That's his name. What you mean why they call him Michael Jackson? Bro, you and Larry, we go should do a podcast together. Who is that? And what they send anyone to Butler besides an illness? Yeah, we got regular dudes in Butler, and Butler got more than 1 yard. Would you be sent there for a stabbing? Maybe if you not necessarily for a stabbing. Like I know a dude that had cancer. I know a dude that broke his leg and had to have a hip replacement, so he had to have specific type of treatment. So one of them ended up going to Springfield for a minute, and some of them that had chronic illnesses got sent to Butler, and then there was people at Butler that didn't have no illnesses at all. And I can hear you and see. Okay. Bro, I can't count how many cops were scared in the 90s. Yeah, it was different here in the 90s. You and Twin should do a real First and Kennedy joint. Well, I always wanted it to, but I mean, I wish Twin would do it. Do a series on Lord Howard Rice. I gotta figure out, I gotta find out some information on that. What about them down Sandy? What? Oh, he said, yo, E, what about sit him down Sandy? I don't know. Sandy might be locked up somewhere. I ain't seen Sandy in years. 2, 3 years. Cornell Ghost Jones, you and Iz interview will be 5. Man, I keep trying to catch up with Iz, man. Iz a hard man to catch up with. No, Iz be moving. That's what I thought you were saying. See, no, he said, nah, when you added the background with the graphics and all the ones when you just profile the men are good, but the AJ one draw the draw the people in more, in my opinion. I'm rocking with you either way. Nah, that's what I wanted you to say. That's what I was trying to ask, you know. So in the AJ joke, you like how I got Baltimore flashing through there. I might flash a picture or something here and there, right? That's why I said I'm gonna go back and watch it. I would have put it on right now, but this game's so close, I'm kind of watching it. Yeah, Shorty most definitely want to make a movie called Fully Paid DC Story. Yeah, you need to write that jump. The whole Landover was going harder still to this day. Landover is a different place. That jump like a Southeast DC. Coming up in the early 90s, Walla was treacherous. I heard a lot about Walla. What's one of the things DC is known for around the world? Look in y'all pockets if you got $1. It say DC on it. Call it. Printing money. Oh shit. Dead presidents. Man, printing money. How far is Landover from the city? 10 minutes, depending on where you come. Oh, you asked Juwan. I forgot about him. 202 Wing Protection, what's up? I'm from the suburb and ran into some real gangsters. Okay. Landover to DC is right across the street. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. I talked to him yesterday. I'm going to put y'all together. Who? Walla? Who you talking to who yesterday? Another day? I remember when 14th and T was the wildest dope, was the wildest spot in the district. 14th and T? You must be talking back in the day when that was the dope spot. My people used to be down there. I have a home got sent from this damn bird to FMC Butler. That's why I asked, but I don't know why he got sent there. Just thought you might have. I ain't sure why he got sent there. Neither I can't say for sure. Oh, Iz, man. I bet. Tell Iz. I said, man, I'm trying to catch him, bro. Bias was arguably one of the best college hoopers and truly would have been a dominant force in the NBA. He was 6'8" with a 7'2" wingspan and super athletic. That's a big old man. I'm not from Village Green, but one of my OGs are. Oh, Village Green. Okay, DC area is a DC mecca of all sports, drugs, and entertainment. Sports, drugs, and entertainment. Washington Heights apartment's crazy. Man, Fly got a real story to be sold. Salute to that man. Yeah, he do got a good story, man. 14th and W was the dope spot. Yeah, all that's the same to me. 1-4 Live. Flacco got traded, I heard. I don't even know. The Penthouse 640. I used to be down there. Good morning, my brother. Love the energy today. What was going on yesterday? Love your live stream. What was going on yesterday on my live stream? I don't know. I probably responded to the Say Cheese interview with the Wayne Perry baby mama person on there. Talking about I sent her son to jail. Assassinate my character. And all that type of stuff. I'm about to get off and do it now. Aki, check your DM when you get a chance and let me know if I know what I'm talking about or not. Okay. Think depending on what area of Landover you at, but it can be an average of 5 minutes away. Okay. I lived across the street. I lived across from DC on Southern Avenue. Yeah, that's damn near DC. You was on one yesterday. Love what you are doing for the community. Keep up the good work. When you say I was on one yesterday, what I was doing, what I was on yesterday when you saw, because I was on more than once yesterday. He said Lynn with the Northwestern. He a PG guy. He a PG product. I give him that. But I ain't one of them dudes that's distance myself from Prince George's County. I got family in PG. Martin Lawrence from Landover. Hey, E, do you still got one of those Eddie Bauer coats? Yeah, you want to see it? You know, I'm a uptown nigga. I gotta have an Eddie Bauer. And that's my favorite coat. Why you asking me about that? Mhm. Man, we have 93 likes. Yeah, man. I be trying to avoid a lot of that stuff, man. Crystal City in Columbia? Nah, I don't think so. Y'all stop fighting over Lynn. He's from the DMV. That's all. I ain't never been to the MM. M anniversary. I ain't even know they had that here. Show you I ain't even hip up on something. Damn, you said you got a green Joan. I got a green Joan. I think that's the mixed martial arts shit him is that. That's a fact. I'm tired of seeing division with us. Out of towners can see that as a weakness. We are a pack. A cat got hit in the face with a brick outside in Chinatown. Oh, you said the Million Man March. I thought you was talking about the mixed martial arts shit. Million Man March anniversary. I look slow as shit. 10-9 Denver. I got Denver by 7. This joint defensive, man. Yeah, this joint defensive. Jawan, I wholeheartedly pray. Just want people to know Landover go hard. They sleep on us on this side. Anybody that sleep on Landover just don't know. Landover, Oxon Hill, Suitland, Capitol Heights, District Heights, all that shit right across the street. Niggas go back and forth across Southern Avenue and Eastern Avenue all day. Don't nobody want to claim they go back and forth across Western Avenue from Northwestern Montgomery County, but everybody want to go across Southern Avenue and Eastern Avenue to Prince George's County. DC dudes kind of started the Hugo Boss thing. I say Rocky, Sylvester Stallone started the Hugo Boss thing. What part of DC was Len Bias from? He ain't from DC. Facts. Facts about what? When you say facts, what you mean? What I say that was facts? Oh, probably what I said about Prince George's County and Montgomery County. Laugh out loud. Why nobody want to claim Moco? I lived in Montgomery County. I love Montgomery County. I love the restaurants out there. I love the shop out there. All that. Why nobody want to claim Montgomery? So I ain't dissing Montgomery County, man. I done lived in Silver Spring. I done lived in well, I believe White Oak is a part of Silver Spring. Just took the lead by one. I see that Riverdale Tyrone. They say Landover. I thought about watching the games today, but every bet I make, it seems like the team go out, they make your parlay not hit. So I'm gonna start to feel like fuck football. Yeah, see, that's what happens when you get the gamble. You really be sweating. You down and need a shower after every game. The Jets is sorry, Faison. They can't score a touchdown, messing up my parlay. Real stand-up gentleman from PG County in Alexandria, real recognized, real point blank period. Okay. There are men everywhere. Shout out to White Oak, Lockwood Drive. I used to live on Heather Circle, Heather something, right off of Lockwood Drive, Heather Circle or something. I forgot. I used to live in the place, and I used to live in the joint on the other side. I forgot the name of that joint right there by Lockwood Drive. I lived in like 3 joints out there in the 90s. That Montgomery County joint right there turned up. Bo County locked my black ass up and I ain't do it. And dropped the cars. Goddamn bastard. Goddamn bastard. That was a Kent land dude, so he was a Landover dude. Yeah. I almost got locked up in Montgomery County when I was young. Stolen car. First time I ever stole a car. Ooh, got him. I got away, but nigga was with me, got caught. He got caught because he tried to bullshit. I jumped out the car and ran. I was the driver. I jumped out the car and ran, and my cousin had an apartment on the other side, right off of Lockwood Drive. I think that joke called Heather something. Anyway, it was the apartments that had the bay window, like where a balcony would be if it was on the second floor, but it was on the regular floor, so it had a little landing. And I'll never forget, his father was in there watching TV. My cousin might be in here. His father was in there watching TV. My cousin was sitting on the sofa. Man, I broke. Boom, police came. Montgomery County came from everywhere. My dumb ass had stole the car right there at the Exxon gas station, if I ain't mistaken, on New Hampshire Avenue, and drove it back up in the apartments trying to hurry up and let the car cool off. But they blitzed and came up in it. That used to be a stolen car area when I was a kid. Man, so I told the dude, I said, yo, I got a stolen car, bro. I said, man, I'm trying to get to DC. You can have a car after that. He say, all right, boom. He gets in the car. He excited to get the car and everything. He 18 though. I'm 14. Man, I see the cars coming, but I don't see the lights. I know what they coming for. Man, I pull in the parking lot where the red building's at, man. Like I pulled in this one little way where you get tucked in it in the back. Man, and I took off like I ran like I never ran before. I was gone. I got ran by my cousin's house. I wasn't even gonna run there. I was trying to run back to New Hampshire Avenue, get on the bus and catch the bus to Fort Todd. Man, I seen a little balcony window by the bay thing open. I ran straight in there. I ain't even knocking, just open the door, walked in, boom. He was looking at me on Chris. I said, oh, ain't nothing. I sat down for a second. I think they knew something. Man, I waited there about 30 minutes. I go back out. Police car still outside, everything going on. All of a sudden, they caught the nigga, locked the nigga up, bro. I got the fuck on. Caught the bus back to the city. Yeah, fucking crowd. Hold on, what you laughing at? I never forget that shit. Hold on, let me see. So what y'all laughing? I gave y'all a true story. That's my Moco store. Let you feel the pop. Oh, that's the name of them joints? I don't remember the name of the joints across the street. I used to hang out over there. Now, the joints on the other side, because we used to go to the pool, it was called White Oak. I used to live in the place when the place was new. I don't even know if they still call it the place you used before free cars. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna act like I wasn't a part of the UU generation. That was what was going on. You can definitely get away in White Oak. So many cuts. Like White Oak, even though it was Montgomery County, but that joint was set up like Stanton Terrace somewhere, Savannah Terrace somewhere, where the bread brick buildings at. You could hit a cut and be in the woods. Or you get hit cut and be all the way down there by Pint Branch. I was a young and wilding out that joint. My father moved out there when he first came home from Lawton. I used to stay out there every weekend. I lived out there for about 4 months. I know the Moco women was sweet. All you had to do was tell them you was from DC and they opened up the way up loud. At least that's how it was in the early 2000s. In the 90s, they did. In the 90s, the females out there was on us. Me and my cousins, we had an apartment out there. My cousin had lived with his mother. I lived with my father. And we used to have our way out that jump. I got my father put out his apartment. We were shooting pellet guns out the window, breaking the windows in the apartment. Then we got into stealing cars out that motherfucker. Then I got to whooping niggas' ass out there. So being as though I was going to the school called Francis Scott Key, the apartments that I lived in that school district, they would bus you there from the White Oak apartment. So I wasn't with a White Oak crew. I was just with me and my cousins. We was the little guys that lived out there, and we was from DC, right? But they had a crew of dudes that was from Pint Branch, I think. They was from a little bit further up the street. But anyway, they had a crew. They called themselves the Wolf Pack. I mean, they was kind of running through shit out there, but I don't want to sit here and disrespect them dudes, because some of them dudes, man, grew up to be my friends and my buddies, right? But I was whooping the dudes that were supposed to be tough. I was whooping their ass. And anybody who went to school with me out there when I went to school out there for a few months know I was whooping their ass, man. Like I was from DC, I was a little different. I had already been in a bunch of fist fights in elementary school, bunch of fist fights in the beginning of junior high school. It was the 7th grade year. Shit, I had already been to Seton receiver home. I'd been in fist fights. I was whooping their ass. I know the moon, young, I'm a thinker, and this might be a little overboard, but I wonder if Len Biles was around some snakes that had in there for him because he was with. That's a possibility. Good morning, champ. Funny thing is, We was beefing with the Mexicans back in the early 2000s in Riverdale, Maryland. I ain't even know that. I ain't never encountered that problem living in this area. Like I never beefed with no other nobody else ain't bothered us. It only was us that was bombing that Castle Boulevard area. Yeah, 91 was the UU times. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about 91. Yeah, eat them woods. If you make it through them, you good. I hit the woods several times out there, bro. They couldn't fuck me. Back when I was living out there, it was more woods. See, they built more apartments. It was a bunch of woods when I was out there. Damn, somebody said they went to Key. Yeah, I went to Francis Scott Key. Mr. Breckon put me out for fucking niggas up. They claimed I was selling drugs. I wasn't selling drugs. What I was doing, I was causing a problem out that bitch. Besides, I wanted to go back to public school in DC anyway. I only went there because I got caught with a gun in junior high school and they put me out of all DC public schools, so I couldn't go to school at all. I was even gonna go back to Oak Hill because I couldn't go to school, or my father had to put me in school in Montgomery County because he had a Montgomery County address. And you got a cousin named Tyrone? Not that I know of. Oh no, you talking about Day Day and Tyrone? Them ain't my cousins, but I know them if that's yo. Might have had the mic on too long. Yo, you hear me now? Mic check, mic check. Yeah, the mic had went off. Look, just the little green light wasn't on no more. Oh, this show might. Yo. I bet you we back now. We back now. We back now, right? Yo. We back now. Don't nobody screen record that me acting goofy, bro. Plug him up. That's how you do it. Like pop one clip out, pop another clip in. He was talking like shit on mute. Go ahead, bro. You always got something to say. Y'all just don't let me live. I'm human, bro. I can make mistakes. All right, but now the phone about to die, so I guess that's the world, the creator telling me that, we're gonna take a time out to later on. Watch the last quarter of this game. This game kind of boring. That's how I get to stay on here with y'all long. Hey E, are you monetized yet? Thank God I'm monetized. Oh, we had 100 likes, man. I appreciate the love, man. Freedom Men. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate the feedback I got from y'all today, especially about the Anthony Jones thing. Matter of fact, anybody got any suggestions on content they want me to get to? Because I know that everybody said they're getting tired of this Ag Glizzy and Gun and Car shit, but the only way for me to fight back is with my platform. The only way for me to, man, even defend my honor. Like, these people have gone on a world tour to smear for a smear campaign for me. Like, I got to say something. People be saying, E, you lowering yourself to their level. Jay-Z don't do that. Yo Gotti don't do that. 50 Cent don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Those guys have millions of dollars. Before I even get hundreds of thousands of dollars, they want to ruin me. And I'm not supposed to say nothing about that. Nah, I'm a man. I make my own decisions, man. I make my own decisions, just like I made my own decisions as a kid, and I grew into and I dealt with those decisions. Make your bed, you lay in. I laid in my bed. I grew up. It's my time to do what the fuck I want to do. I'm an adult. Elway out of B-more. Oh, you want me to go into the Elway, Joe, huh? You want me to go in the Elway? Shout out to my man Stories with V from Baltimore. He a little younger than me. But the more I talk to a lot of people that support me from Baltimore, Baltimore is still in our region. A lot of the street legends, dope boy legends, and gangsters from the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, that DC Baltimore shit wasn't in effect. Top 5 hands down. Elway from B-more. Yeah, but Elway had some wild shit accusations against him in the Anthony Jones paperwork, which is why I always stayed away from the dude Elway. Enjoyed the district reminiscent combo. Great city. She tried to call you hot one day ago on an interview with Say Cheese. Man, this shit needs to stop. Okay. You said the Jamaicans? It was a bunch of crews of Jamaicans, though. You don't see B arguing with a fly because the fly thinks shit tastes better than honey. Dang. Dang. That's a good one. Nah, he hit hard with that one, didn't he, bro? Elway is kingpin. Elway is a kingpin. I mean, that's what the paperwork say. That's exactly what the paperwork say. Big Corey and Lil Corey Woodfolk out of Pennsylvania and Gold. The Strongest Steel Boys. I never heard of them. I'm gonna have to research them. Freedom Men. Appreciate the love, man. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel.